All right, welcome to a deluxe experience of Yoga Nidra. Here's what to expect in the coming 60 minutes. For many of us, it's helpful to move a little bit before we can really rest and relax. So I'll offer a few just stress reducing movements, something very, very gentle to help us regulate our breath and downshift our nervous system so that we are able to find comfort and stillness and really receive this guided meditation. In Yoga Nidra, our body has the experience of sleep, which is what makes it so healing, this non-sleep deep rest. But the mind is invited to stay alert, but because the mind is so focused on directions of body scans and various imagery, the mind is also allowed to finally clear and rest. It's natural to feel as though you're falling asleep in this experience, so don't be worried if you have that sense of dropping off and coming back, dropping off and coming back, but it is nice to set an intention to stay with this practice. You have some warm blankets with you because once we lie down, I'll have you really create a comfortable nest. You might like to have a pillow or a bolster underneath your knees, something behind your head, and for sure a blanket or two on top of you because you may cool down as you become relaxed. There'll be some moon imagery within this practice of Yoga Nidra. So afterwards, I'll have some gentle inquiry inspired by the full and the waning moon. I invite you to start seated, but you can certainly do anything that I'm offering from another position. You could be sitting in a chair if it doesn't feel good to sit on the floor. We never have to sit on the floor and cross our legs in a yoga experience. So please just make yourself comfortable. And the first movement that I'd like to offer is just some rotation of your wrists. And at any point, if you're comfortable closing your eyes, wonderful. When we move the joints of our body, like our wrists and our ankles, and a comfortable range of motion, it can be quite soothing for the nervous system, especially if we move slowly, switch directions of these wrist circles. And especially if you felt like there was a rush to get here on time, allowing yourself to move more slowly now sends a message to your body that all is well, that you're safe enough. Good. Reach the right arm out in front of you and take the left hand palm onto the right palm and stretch. Give that wrist a nice stretch. And breathe. And again, the stretch is just in your comfortable range of motion. Opposite wrist, just a nice stretch. Big breath in and out as you stretch. And then the weather has certainly cooled down where most of us are, so I invite us to warm up, to slide your hands swiftly back and forth, rub your hands together. This is also an evidence-based practice to downshift our nervous system, to tone our vagus nerve, rubbing the hands together. You can start to become body-centered and present-centered as you notice the sensations that you're creating here. And as you're coming on, just make sure that your microphone is muted. Normally I have that on the settings of my meetings, but I've noticed that something has changed. So just, if you're just coming on now and joining us, just make sure that your mic is muted. Thank you. And I'll also check that. Good. Once your hands feel like they've warmed up a little bit, I invite you to bring your hands to your upper back and the back of your neck and start to give yourself a bit of a self massage. Anytime you're feeling a bit amped up in your nervous system and you'd like to let your body know that it's okay, that you can slow down a little bit, just reaching one hand to the back of the neck or the upper back, giving yourself a bit of a massage. Again, sends a message to your body, all is well, you're safe enough. And then tune in and decide where it would feel good to find some self-massage, maybe to the jaw, some habitual tight muscles there. Maybe to the temples. And around the hairline, maybe on the skull, pressing fingertips into skull. Maybe it felt better to be at the back of the neck. This is you attending to your body, noticing what needs attention, acknowledging and honoring that, and giving yourself some care and compassion. And notice if just the act of self-massage helps the breath to deepen, especially your exhalations, and eventually bring your hands to your shoulders and roll your shoulders up, back and down. And decide if it feels better to move the shoulders in tandem, lifting them, kissing the shoulder blades towards one another, or one at a time. Almost like a backstroke. Think about continuing your self-massage with movement. Massaging the upper back. Let the breath deepen in and out of the nose. Nose breathing is our friend when it comes to preparing for relaxation. See if you can switch directions there if you were swimming out the shoulders a bit. Good. Slow that down. Rest the palms. Breathe in, breathe out. Is the breath becoming more regulated just with that bit of movement? And let's come to all fours. You can come to hands, fists, finger tops, whatever feels better for your wrists. And we're not moving for long. We'll be lying down soon, but just some stress relieving movements. Simple cat-cows. Inhale, drop the abdomen, lift the chest, maybe the head. And exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. In time with your breath, if you can, without trying too hard. Something underneath the knees, if that feels more comfortable. And you can continue with your cat-cow, or the next time you exhale, allow the hips to sink towards the heels. And as you inhale, back up towards that cow position. Beginning of the exhale, beginning of the movement. End of the exhale, let there be a pause. Feel the connection points between your body and the ground, and then inhale back up. A few rounds on your own. Make sure that feels comfortable for wrists. Beautiful. And if it feels okay for your knees, the next time you descend the hips, I invite you to open up the knees a bit wider, touch the big toes, and rest your forehead on something. Maybe it's the ground, maybe it's stacked fists, a pillow, your block. Big breath in and out. Your exhale might even be longer now. Explore a side stretch here. Walk both of your hands way over to the right. Reach the left hand further forward. Feel that Stretch at the left side of your body. Breathing big, as if you could create new space between each rib. And as you're ready, inhale, walk the hands back through center. Walk both hands over to the left. Reach the right hand further forward. Big stretch for the right side of the body. Watch those exhales get longer with ease, though. There's no trying. But see if you can release every bit of exhalation before you receive your next inhalation. Inhale, walk the hands back to center. Walk the knees back and come into a prone position. So lying all the way down on the front of your body, if that's comfortable. Anchor the tops of the feet in the pubic bone area. Come light on the finger tops. Think more length than lift as you kiss the shoulder blades towards one another. Chin is neutral, so imagine an apple between chin and throat. And then exhale, lower. And find a rhythm with your breath. Inhale, abdominal wall is strong, low back is spacious. Exhale, lower. Feel as though back body is lifting front body, so your strong back line creating more spaciousness, a sense of feeling open at the front of your body. Last one. Slowly lower, make a pillow for your forehead and pause in that prone position. Feel a full body expansion and release. Inhale, exhale. If it feels okay, you might bend the knees and lift the feet and let the feet gently sway from side to side. Legs long behind you now. Big breath in. As you exhale, abdominal wall naturally engages. Accentuate that in with as few movements as possible. Flip over to your back. Make sure that you've got a pillow or a block around you as you flip over. A few movements on back body here before we rest. So make sure you're in a comfortable position. When you come to your back, bend the knees, open your arms wide. Open your feet too, mat distance apart. And as you exhale, descend both of your knees over to the right. Inhale, knees back through center. And exhale, knees left. Find a nice slow rhythm of this swish, swish, and maybe you turn your head in opposite direction of your knees. Inhale, knees and face to center. And without having to try too hard, allowing your breath and your movement to slow down. Letting the mind know that it's okay, letting the body know it's okay, we can move slowly. There's nowhere that you need to be. There's nothing that you need to take care of here. I invite you to experiment what it feels like to purposely let yourself move and breathe slowly. Next time you bring the knees and the face back to center, pause, big breath in, feel the navel rise. Long, slow breath out, navel falls. Maybe you even place a hand on the abdomen to feel the movement there. If that doesn't feel comfortable, Arms can remain by your side, but can you feel movement of navel rising and falling as you inhale and exhale? Using your block or a rolled up blanket or your pillow, press into your feet, lift the hips, and just slide the block, if you're using it, on its lowest height or its second highest height on the tailbone section of your low back for a supported bridge. Use another prop if that feels better. But can the support be more on the tailbone section of that low back? And if it doesn't feel good to use a prop in a supported bridge, you can let that go. Adjust the feet so that they're comfortable. Some people like to lengthen out the legs. It's a bit more of a stretch for the front line of the body and your hip flexors. But again, this is more about down shifting, turning on the relaxation response, preparing our bodies for rest. So find the most relaxing version of this gentle inversion. And follow every exhalation until the pause at the end of that exhalation. And at that pause, see if your body can land just a little bit more into the support of the floor, into the support of the prop. The breath is softer now, but invite the mind to ride every exhale to the pause at the end, and then feel your body settle in that pause. A few more exhales like that. At the end of your next exhalation, feel your feet on the floor. Feel the back line of the body supported. Abdominal wall engages slightly. Press into your feet. Lift the hips. As slowly as you have ever moved, lower the hips. Really one vertebra at a time. Slow, slow, slow. Lower those hips. And when they land on the ground, again, pause. See if you can sustain some stillness there and feel the residue of that gentle inversion. Maybe a deeper breath in and out of the nose. Navel rising and falling. You might notice that the breath is much smoother and softer, clearer, maybe longer. From this moment, again, moving slowly, I invite you to do anything you need to do to build your nest. So it could be that you simply lengthen out your limbs, arms by your sides, palms up, legs long, maybe allowing the feet and the knees and the hips to open up mat distance apart. But this could be a time where you could slide the bolster underneath your knees. You could tuck yourself in with a blanket. Make sure that you are as comfortable and as warm as possible. And when you find a position that you feel you can sustain for the next 30 minutes, and knowing that if you need to move, please do, scan your body one more time and ask your body if there's anything else that you could do to become even 1% more cozy. When you find a position that feels like rest, receive a deep breath in, as if you were breathing into the entire front of your body, just fully receiving that breath. And sigh it out if you feel comfortable to do that. And maybe you decide to do that one more time if it feels like that would be helpful. Add an audible sigh. We can be shy to do this in a yoga room, but if you're alone in your space, let it go and just notice how that works for you when it comes to releasing. A few more relaxation techniques here before I take you through a rotation of consciousness, which is a very detailed body scan. And then we'll utilize some imagery as well in this completely guided meditation. And if you miss me saying it, in Yoga Nidra, our body has the experience of sleep while the mind is allowed to rest and clear. I invite you to make an intention to stay present for this experience. It's common to drop off to sleep, and that's okay. You're still getting lovely benefits. But see if you can, again, without forcing yourself, try to stay present. If you have any other intentions that you're bringing to this practice of deep rest, I invite you to make them now. And then the next time you inhale, I invite you to spread your fingers, to flex your feet. So really tense up your feet and your hands and your abdomen and maybe even your face. No one's looking at you. Create a lot of tension. Feet, hands, abdomen, face. Take a deep breath in. You might hold in that breath for a beat. And then again, an exhale and allow the feet to fall away from one another. Palms open. You might feel even renewed space at the abdomen, so the navel can rise and fall with more ease. Feel the muscles of the face completely relax. Feel the next breath in, cool in through the nose. And as you exhale, let there be a gentle hum. The length of your exhale, let that fade away. And witness the echo of that vibration. Where do you feel the pulsation of echo and residue of vibration? Fully engage with the sense of touch, noticing the connection points between your body and the ground, and allowing your body to settle. Noticing where you feel fabric on skin, where you feel the touch of air. Notice its temperature without having to change anything. Notice the body breathing and where you feel that movement. And movement of fabric on skin. Notice sound. Allowing sound to move towards you and flow on by. Acknowledging, but not needing to change. Notice sense of sight behind closed eyelids, knowing that you can open eyes at any time if you need to, but just imagine that you are reclining in the coziest chair, And this sense of sight is like witnessing a movie screen. Notice any flicker of light or movement, color or shape, as all of your awareness goes into witnessing what you see. Notice any taste in the mouth, any scent in the room, and offer some gratitude for these senses. One last bit of relaxation and a thank you practice for our body. Just notice how this lands on you. Bring your awareness to the top of your head and imagine this very slow wash of relaxation melting down your body. And as each part of your body releases all of the last bits of tension, there is a thank you. So start with the crown of your head and your forehead. And as you feel the forehead become spacious, let there be a thank you. Thank you, mind. Relaxation washing over eyes. The space between eyebrows smooths. All the muscles around and behind the eyes relax. Thank you, sight. Imagine even ears relax here as this very slow, almost this melting of candle wax. As you relax the mouth, the jaw, back of the head is heavy. Upper back heavy, muscles of the chest soften and ease, become spacious. Muscles of the arms relax away from the bone. All tension in the hands melts out of fingertips as you feel low back and abdomen become spacious with breath and rest fully into the support of what you lie on. Muscles of the legs relax completely. Any residual tension from low back, hips, legs, knees, imagine it melting right out of the soles of your feet. And feel your body in this space, completely at ease, profoundly relaxed. Rotation of consciousness, a detailed body scan. All you need to do is allow the mind to curiously, compassionately float toward the area of the body that I suggest, and this is just noticing what you feel. No thinking, just feeling. Start with the right thumb tip. Notice the right hand thumb and any and all sensation that you feel at right hand thumb. And then notice any and all sensation that you feel at right hand fingers. All the aliveness that you feel at the fingertips. Sensations of fingers feeling as though they could stream away from fingertips. Feel all the sensation of the right hand, right fingers, right palm. Feel full aliveness of right hand, palm of hand, back of hand. Notice sensation of right wrist. Feel right forearm, inner arm, outer arm, just sensing, just feeling, letting go of thinking. Right elbow now. Notice sensations of inner elbow, outer elbow. Sensations of right upper arm, bicep area, tricep area, and right shoulder. Notice full right arm and right hand sensation. Notice all the sensation and aliveness of right arm and right hand. Notice right collarbone, right side waist. Notice right hip, just noticing. Sensations of right leg, the front of the thigh, back of the thigh. Right knee, outer and inner knee. Right shin and right calf. All the way down to right ankle. Sensations of the top of your right foot. Notice sensations of the sole of right foot. And sensations of right toes. Scan one toe tip at a time. Feel full right foot sensation, all the aliveness and pulsation of right foot. And feel the entire right leg and right foot sensation before opening up to whole right side body sensation. Feel the entire right side of your body sensation. Right side body alive with sensation. And then draw the awareness over to your right hand or your left hand. Start with your left hand thumb. All your awareness at left hand thumb. Sensations of left fingers, especially left finger pads, and sensations that seem to stream away from left fingers. All the aliveness at left palm. Back of left hand. Feel full sensation of left hand, full sensation. Take in left wrist. Left lower arm, forearm, inner line. sensation of left elbow, outer elbow, the inner elbow. Sensation of left upper arm, bicep area, tricep area. Letting the awareness land at left shoulder. And then feel full left arm and left hand sensation. Full left arm and left hand sensation. Left collarbone. Left side waist. Notice left hip. And sensations of left leg, front of thigh, back of thigh. Sensations of left knee, both front and back. Left shin and left calf. Notice left ankle. Top of left foot. And sole of left foot. Feel sensations of left toes, the tip of each toe, before feeling the entire left foot sensation. Feel whole left foot sensation. And then entire left leg and left foot alive with sensation. Feel whole left side body sensation. Left side body, full sensation. Witness that. And then bring the awareness back home to watching the navel rise and fall slowly as you feel sensation of the lower abdomen and the low back at the same time. Just gently noticing, not trying too hard. Feel the chest and the upper back at the same time. Softly noticing. Notice sensations of the mouth. Notice sensation of the teeth. Notice sensations of full inside the mouth. Full inside the mouth sensation. Notice nose, sensations of nose. Both eyebrows. Notice the space between your eyebrows. Notice full face sensation. And then whole head sensation. And whole body sensation. Feel the aliveness, pulsation, the pulse of your body. Feel your body breathing. Imagine your breath like a wave sliding up from the soles of the feet to the top of the head. And that wave slowly flowing down the length of your whole body as you exhale. Feel and see that roll of energy slide up and down your body. The next time you exhale, imagine the exhale flowing from the crown of the head and stopping at the knees. And then inhale from the knees back up to the top of the head. A few on your own, watching that exhale move from crown of the head to knees. And then back up from knees to top of the head. The next time you exhale from the top of the head, imagine the exhale flowing down to the hips. Pause your awareness at the hips and inhale from the hips to the crown of the head. And then back down slowly from the crown of the head to the hips. Watch that wave of breath move between the top of the head and your hips. The next time you exhale, feel and see the breath flow from the top of the head to the navel. And inhale back up to the navel, back up from the navel to the top of the head. Exhale from the top of the head to the navel. Inhale from navel to crown. Feel and see this wave now, just spanning that shorter distance between the top of the head and the navel. As you exhale next, I invite you to exhale from the top of your head to the center of your chest, the symbolic heart space. And as you inhale, picture that wave of breath flowing back up from the chest to the top of the head, maybe even a few inches above the top of the head, and then flow the exhale back down to the heart. Breathe between head and heart now. Soft, slow breath. The next time you exhale and your awareness lands at the center of your chest, I invite you to hover your awareness there without trying too hard, without trying to make anything happen. Just land your awareness there. And using your imagination, create the image of a full moon placed right there at the center of your chest. And allow your awareness to land observing this image of a full moon at the center of your chest. As you notice your soft inhales, imagine that the moon grows slightly brighter. And as you exhale, the moon grows slightly larger. Just do your best to use imagery to watch the moon glow. Let awareness of the breath go and allow yourself to witness this image of the full moon. And imagine that you keep this image inserted, the fullness of the moon, symbolizing the fullness of the qualities of your heart, the brightness of true essence, the brightness of authentic self. Slowly expand your awareness from the center of your chest out in all directions to the periphery of your body, like the glow of the moon was expanding out to fingers and to toes. And again, feel the sensation, the aliveness at fingers, the aliveness at toes. Imagine your inhale could expand from the center of you out to the periphery, helping you to swim up to the surface where you invite small movements of fingers and toes. Imagining that you have never moved your hands and your feet before, so you're so curious about what this feels like, honoring that you're moving in your comfortable range of motion as you expand the movements to circles with your ankles and your wrists. These circles of ankles and wrists might expand, and you might reach the arms above the head and come into a full awakening stretch and feel the distance between your fingers and toes, and feel hands and feet at the same time, and feel a full body stretch at all four sides of the body, front and back and side to side. You might even find a bit of a side stretch from this supine position here, reaching one arm, reaching the other. Back through center, you could bend the knees. Do you like the idea of swishing the knees gently from side to side, really luxuriating in movement, luxuriating in this time and space to start to move your body. Motion is lotion. Re-enlivening here before you rock over to one side, your most comfortable side, maybe your right side. And I invite you to rest your head on your arm and close your eyes if that's okay. some gentle inquiry after that practice of Yoga Nidra. After deep rest, we can be in a quiet, intuitive space that can feel like this wellspring of inspiration and creativity. And everything I say is just an invitation, but in this moment, I invite these two inquiries. We focused on an image of the full moon, and we recently experienced a full moon. At this time of year, as we head towards the end of the year, the closing of the wheel of the year, what do you want to give more of your energy to? When we turn our energy back to ourselves, we can better discern where we'd like to place our energy. And in these last few weeks of 2024, where would you like to direct the fullness of your energy, or more of your energy? And just notice what comes. And then not holding right or wrong or bad or good. Where would you like to direct less of your energy? Whatever comes. And then allow yourself to see yourself in the coming days and weeks. And what does daily life look like with more of your energy directed towards where you're choosing here? This isn't about forcing yourself, pushing yourself, but how do you see yourself? What are you doing? How does that feel? And whenever you feel ready, I invite you to press into your hands and slowly rise for a comfortable seat. We might have practiced in our homes, but we still experience this together as a community, and that can be powerful. Really think about that. These people in various areas around North America all experiencing the same guided rest. Find that comfortable seat. Relax the abdomen and the face. Breathe in and out through the nose and notice your breath now. Notice if it's fuller, brighter, clearer. Feel how your body is supported by the ground, whatever you're sitting on. You could keep your hands in your lap. If it resonates, you could stack your hands at the center of your chest, the home of the fullness of your own symbolic heart. It could be right hand followed by left hand, but I do invite us to drop the chin, a moment of gratitude for the ability to meet in this way and experience this practice of Yoga Nidra together. Any other notes of gratitude that you have in your heart now? It's a nice time to offer. But perhaps we offer a really deep thank you, even though we may not know those who practice with us here in this digital sacred space. Thank you to them, a blessing to them. May they be happy and safe and at peace. And then from my heart to yours, thank you for joining me